You know, it's the little things in bass fishing that make the biggest difference. And sometimes you can be off just a little bit. You know, if you're throwing to a fish and you're 2 feet or 3 feet off from where he is, and you did that 3 times in a day, and that was a big fish each time, then you probably didn't have a good day. Where the day that you throw to that particular fish, you know, that's the time the tournaments or the days that you have good days fishing. And in the same way with your equipment, if you're just a little bit off with your equipment, it'll make a big difference. So watch this and you'll be a better fisherman. So guys, here's the big question that needs to be answered concerning forward-facing sonar. And a lot of you've got it. I've got a Garmin forward-facing sonar unit on my boat. And you know, I thought it was going to be the next big thing for me. So I had a lot of trouble, you know, seeing out past about 30 feet with my LiveScope. So it wasn't real useful a lot of times, you know, because by the time you're within 30 feet of a fish, he knows you're there, and he's, you know, pretty much going to spook off. I fish a lot of shallow water, I fish a lot of rivers, you know, so I was getting a little bit frustrated with it, and I was using it more to find structure than I was to find fish. And then I had an epiphany. Actually, what I did is I made a little adjustment. And if you're having a hard time seeing past 30, 40 feet, you can't see your lure fall when you cast out there, you got all the adjustments you think right, you got the gain set up right, you got the contrast and the color contrast all set up right, you got it on the color palette that your eye sees best in whatever situation or light situation that you may be in, and you still can't see past 30 feet, there's 2 things that could be going on that you need to make sure that you have right. And the first thing is you need to have it on, you know, pretty much a dedicated battery system so that you don't have interference. Make sure that your voltage is high. You want a lithium battery, something that carries more voltage than a lead acid or an AGM even, so that you get the most power to the unit. That way it has the clearest, most sharp signal. But the biggest thing you need to do to make sure that you can see properly is adjust your transducer properly. Now, if you look at this transducer here, there's a little scale on the bottom. See the scale, forward, down, perspective mode. I have this on perspective mode so I can swing it. And the problem is if you put it on that line for forward-facing sonar and line it up with that line, you won't be able to see anything. So if it's clicked to there, you only be able to see 30 feet. If you click it up 1 notch from there, literally, I'm telling you, it makes that much of a difference. You click that up 1 notch above that dial setting on your transducer, and I went from being able to see 30 feet and not see my lure past 30 feet to being able to see 70 and 80 feet, flicking a lure out there and watching it fall all the way to the bottom. And it opened up a whole new world for me, just because that adjustment dial on that transducer is 1 click off, made all the difference in the world. So if you have trouble, you know, doing this with your LiveScope, live sight, click your transducer up, 1 click, maybe even 2 clicks if you're fishing really shallow water. But 1 click or 2 clicks up from where it's set to be, and you will see 100 times better. Apply this and you'll be a better fisherman. Thanks for watching and have a blessed day.